job again. Whatever you do that sends money into your account or that gives you daily pay that you earn from, don't take it for a menial job.
Guard it as though your life depends on it. Guard it jealously.
Because if it will amaze you the kinds of people who were somebody before 2 years, who will send you a DM, a shocking DM. You'll be shocked. You will even think the account has been hacked. Right? It will amaze you. So if you got something you're doing, hold on to it and do it well. Be diligent in it. Be diligent in it. Oh, Lord. Because do you really know what's going on in the streets? Are you aware? You're not aware because you're in a salary. Nah, you're not aware. But if you're really aware, like you don't have anything doing, you're thinking every day where to sleep, what to eat. Sometimes you even go days without eating anything. And it's almost like a norm now. So if you put yourself in the shoes of that one person, then you'll understand that there is a high level of anxiety, high blood pressure, a risk to antisocial behavior, a mental instability, even though the person looks mentally okay, physically fit rather, but mentally. I mean, there are people who need mental reevaluation. I need it. I don't know if you feel you don't. Well, I need it. Oh, no, I'm serious. I need it.
No, you don't need it.
No. You know why I say that.
Why is that?
This job that we do, yeah. Every day, you see the dastardly act, man's humanity to man. You see certain monies being stolen, and people who are at the helm of affairs acting like they didn't know. Every day we talk about these things. We are faced with it every day, and we need to talk. We keep talking, and you know what it means when you keep saying something over and over. It affects your psyche. Honestly,
I get it.
So there's a mental, at least, evaluation. A mental peace. Do you understand where I'm coming from?
Yep.
In fact, I think every Nigerian needs that rehabilitation. I mean, this military should not just have a rehabilitation, what do they call it? A de-radicalization for repentant no, it's not a repentant Boko Haram thing. It's a Nigerian thing. Government, you need to come to the aid of each and every one of us in this country. We need a mental de-radicalization. We all need it, each and every one of us. Omo.
You know, I just saw a comment on a post on Instagram where, netizens, they have a way of just sharing their unsolicited opinions, on issues.
Right.
And this person said, the cost of living in Nigeria and the multiple, and in fact, truckload of bills that you have to pay can make you run mad in this country.
No doubt.
Where is the lie?
No doubt.
Do you know if now, before now we'll say, adulthood is a scam. It is not just the adults now that are actually facing the brunt.
The children,
everyone. What my younger sister did last week. Yeah. I don't know if you're watching this video. Apologies, promise, no pun intended. But let me share the story.
Yeah.
She graduated, I think December last year or early this year, if I'm not mistaken, and she wanted to be all independent almost immediately, And after graduation, my dad reached out like, okay, come home, at least let's celebrate your successful graduation.
Least, yeah.
I said, no, I don't want to come home. Even if I want to come home, I'm just going to spend like few days and I want to come back to Port Harcourt. And then she was asked, you've secured a job? She said, no, that she will be job hunting during her stay in Port Harcourt. Yeah. Okay, so what is the implication of that? We need to renew her hostel rent. Because, of course, she actually needs shelter whilst job hunting. So my dad said, okay, job hunting does not guarantee you a job.
Yeah.
So we need to renew your hostel rent whilst you job hunt. And in the process, we'll still have to be responsible for your feeding, your upkeep and what have you. No, come back home. Do you understand? If the worst come to us, we can actually place you on a monthly, stipend.
Yeah, I get that.
because you probably will feel like, oh, you coming back home after school,
Yeah.
you're going to be saddled with responsibility of doing all the house, and that's not really supposed to be a big deal, right?
Well, it's not supposed to
And he said, no, she's an adult. She wants to like fend for herself.
be. Which is not wrong too.
And my dad said,
She's
okay,
not wrong too.
no one is actually,
Yeah,
objecting.
she's not wrong too.
But do you have what it takes to fend for yourself right now?
A big no.
You take responsibility.
Yeah.
So we are telling you now, because you're still under our watch, to come home. She refused. So she reached out to me. A typical emotional elder sister. I tried to convince her to go home. He said, no. If you look at you now, even if you graduated from school, well, my case is different because I graduated in 2016, 2017, early 2017, I was mobilized for NYSC.
Yeah.
So I left home almost after graduation. And even before then, I've always, tried to like help my parents get sense of how independent I've become.
Yeah.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
So my case is completely different from yours. And I said, no, you travel all the way to the far ends of the country.
Oh, so that
and
they will
nobody
not-
objected.
Wow.
Now I'm saying I want to be independent. I said, come on, girl. Do you have any savings? Do you have any reserve to just at least navigate, let's say in the first 2-3 months before you secure a job at most?
Yeah.
He said no. So please go home. She said no. I said okay. For peace to reign in Africa,
Yeah.
we'll talk about your host parent. So she actually needed me to convince my parents. You do understand?
Yeah.
My dad didn't buy the idea.
I wouldn't buy.
So
I wouldn't even bite.
some of us, we just had to aid that her,
Stay.
in Port Harcourt. Just last week, she sent a message.
Yeah.
Hello, please, I want to go back.
Oh Lord, no more.
So
No.
when I saw the message, I was taken aback for a moment. I'm like, what's going on? You're no longer comfortable in Port Harcourt. She said, no, look, it's not easy.
Oh God.
It's not easy. That the little money that we send to her, which is not even once every month.
Yeah.
It's more like every 2 weeks.
Wow.
We all send her money.
Wow.
And then she said the cost of living in Port Harcourt is very high. Transportation, feeding, even to slay. She's not slaying no more.
Okay.
I said, okay.
Okay.
I think this is the best decision. He said, oh, please don't try to be all sarcastic. I'm just letting you know as an elder
I'm
that I want
going
to go
home.
back home.
Oh.
I notified my parents. They're like, okay. The prodigal daughter
It's
eventually
coming
returns
back.
home.
Oh.
So that's to tell you that gone are the days when the younger ones will say, oh, adulthood has come. Look, it actually cuts across board right now what we are faced with.
Exactly.
And we're not here to appear or come off as
Doomsayers. We're not
or
doomsayers.
naysayers,
Naysayers and the
or
rest.
pessimists, but it's just
We're
the
realists.
reality that we are faced with.
We're realistic.
It's okay for us to
honestly.
want to play the devil's advocate sometimes,
Yeah.
but let's have these very realistic conversations, especially looking at the fact that this administration is going to be clocking 2 years
Right.
on Thursday this
Exactly.
week. It's not going to be next month.
No.
It's this week.
This week.
So let us express our reservations. It's over to you, Yudi.
Right, exactly. I mean, so how is it like, the quality of your life, comparing it 2 years ago and 2 years after? Are you impressed or depressed? All we just want you to say is, hey, okay, UD, yes, I'm impressed, and here's why. We're fine, right? Or I feel depressed. Why? Because of this, and that. And maybe you can give us a way forward. But I think if this can happen and this can happen, then we are fine. That's the thing. So one of it would be about telling us whether you're impressed or not, or depressed. That's one. And then secondly, you also tell us why. And then of course the next thing
Chart
would
the
be,
way forward.
what's the way forward? What do we do? How do we get out of it? All right? Some persons will naturally say, the power is in the people.
But if
Remember, 2027 is you, and your vote must count. Some people might just say that's
the
the
power is the
answer.
people, but the people are hungry.
The people-
So there is no power, there is no energy to even shout. To even, passionately express yourself no more.
Right.
Haven't you noticed?
Well, I have, honestly, Omar, and it's a deplorable state in all ramification. But yeah, this might not just be, it might not touch on everybody. There might be some persons who might just be enjoying. I mean, where they
Which
say,
is okay.
Which is okay. It's
Right.
good. Yeah. Nobody. So if it's okay for you and really enjoying the period from your 2 years ago. Maybe you've improved 2 years after. 2 years
Probably
after,
because of how strategic you've been business-wise.
Business ideology.
Help others get sense.
That's it. Right. So
of those strategies.
You might as well want to talk to us. 0907-353-0044. That is the number to call, or you call
090876688. Send a voice or a message to the WhatsApp portal number on 09097054450. Please, when you call in all you do, let's stay civil, all right? No matter how pressing the issues are. Let's take this one.
Righty.
Good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Hello, sir. Good morning, sir.
Good morning to you, my brother. What's your name now? Where you
morning,
calling from?
Okay, my name is Coco from Central Area.
Coco TID, yeah. Oh. All right, speak to us. Speak with us. Yeah.
Okay, I want to start from, before you go to the program, you were talking about ministers.
Right,
so
right.
I want to, yes. So I want to say, in the issue of the FCT minister, you can agree with me that the young man came out as the president candidate, but along the line, decided to step down.
Okay.
So whatever he's doing presently is going to convince Nigeria that if he has the opportunity, this is what he will do.
Sense.
Do you understand?
I see.
So I want to tell Nigerians that we should not be carrying away with what he's doing. Yes, we know he's a man of project. Even in Port Harcourt, he turns things around. But now he's trying to secure his own personal integrity by fixing the road in FCT.
Okay.
That does not mean that he's doing because it's APC that is ruling.
Okay.
His own personal thing.
Get that.
Because if you look at the idea,
okay, Coco, so that we don't dwell on that. Let's dwell on the question on ground now. Yeah, you made that point. Is very clear. 2 years ago, if you're to compare yourself and 2 years after, are you impressed or do you feel depressed?
For me personally, what I would like to say is that in terms of the salary I was earning by 2 years ago,
okay,
I'm no longer earning that. Do you understand?
Okay.
It has been improved. There is improvement in it.
Okay.
But then, the cost of living that I was living in that 2 years back, I can't live it this time around. Because I will remember the car I bought that year about in a rate of, let's say, 700,000. Now, when I went to ask last month, they are telling me 2-point-something million. But I have this same of car. Also, let me ask in case I want to sell my own house.
Yeah.
I bought my own 700, but presently now it's 2.5 million. You see? So the cost of living is quite high, though the salary has increased, but then it cannot give you the previous life.
So what are you looking at as an improvement, 2 years 2 years after, as we go into the next phase of 2 years? What are you looking should be improved that will make things better?
Well, as a person, since our government move with the fuel subsidy and he cannot reverse back his words, I think we Nigerians are trying to see how we will flip the dividend of that fuel subsidy.
Right.
Understand?
Right.
You should channel it to the human resources that even the common man in the street will be able to benefit it.
Okay. Awesome.
Maybe by reducing the cost of fuel price and other things, even the tariff of the electricity, so that even the common man will feel the dividend of the democracy.
All right, appreciate Coco. Appreciate for that one though.
All right,
thank you
Coco, thank you very much.
Awesome. Coco gave a background before he gave his own final answer. Had to go into the fact that some people who are performing now is just a ploy. So Nigerians, don't be swayed by this performance. Don't be swayed. Don't be deceived. That's what he's saying. And then of course he says, 2 years ago, and now. What he was earning now, he's earning now is better than 2 years ago. But the
cost of living
has
actually eroded.
So it's almost
gains.
it's like Coco is not giving it a thumbs up at all, right? But what will it be for you, though? We'll just head out, go pay some bills. We'll be right back in a short bit. This is the General Open Banter. That's right.
Eagles 102.3 Abuja.
Note 50 series, defined by pioneers who push boundaries. Its ultra-resilient armor alloy metal frame design gives you that slick, top-notch style. Unlock efficiency with intelligence of the one-tap Infinix AI and circle to search anything on your phone with Google. Need power in a flash? 90 watts fast charge rockets you from 0 to 100% in 38 minutes. Exclusive deals at authorized stores. Get your Note 50 now. The Infinix Note 50 series. Pro design, pro AI.
Eagles 102.3 Abuja.
Please listen to this announcement. Farex Borehole. We are competent. We are committed. We simplify borehole for your borehole survey, for your borehole drilling, or any of your borehole challenges. Call us on 080-3596-5170. 080-3596-5170. You can visit our office at Goshen Plaza, opposite Jabi Motor Park, Abuja.
Eagles 102.3 Abuja. Eagles 102.3 Abuja.
It's still the General Open Banter right here and on here. Eagles 102.3 FM Abuja. Do you feel impressed with your life? The quality of your life 2 years ago? Do you feel depressed, as it seems? And now by depression, it doesn't mean that you're running mental. It just means like, okay, I'm not cool with what I'm going through right now. I'm not satisfied. I'm not impressed. All right. So it doesn't mean depression. Do you understand? Okay. All right. That's what we're asking. So, well, the number is out there, 0907-353-0044.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Yes. Hello? Yes, please. Good morning. What's your name and where you're calling from?
Okay, my name is Charles. I'm calling from Houston.
Your name is?
Charles.
I'm calling from Houston.
Okay.
All right, Charles. Go ahead, Charles.
My life is deeply, I'm depressed as I am now, right now.
My gosh.
When the little savings I had before this government entered, I had the Heritage Bank. They closed the bank because they said the president is having problem with Saraki, who is the passive the owner of the bank. And up to now, what they pay, if you have, for instance, have 5 million naira, do you know how much they'll give you? Something.
What?
If you have, for instance, you have 5 million naira, if you have 5 million naira, if you have 10 million naira, if you have 10 million naira, for instance, they first of all give you that 5 million naira, but they say that's what the insurance covers.
Wow.
And then subsequently, they'll give you for every 100 kobo, they give you 9.2 kobo. Means if you have 10 million naira, after that 5 million naira, they give you around 1.2 million naira. If you have 20 million naira, they give you 2.4 million naira. That's how the money has been. They destroyed the money in the bank. If you have up to 100 million naira, they will not give you up to 10 million naira. For now, that's the same until they recover everything. So they'll be giving you stipends. You can't have collective something to start a business again. That's what we are seeing in this administration. And we are told that no bank will fail. That instead of banks to fail, they will match. That's what government tells us. Doesn't mean you can never believe government again.
Right.
We were told that instead of government, the bank to fail, that they will merge the banks. Other banks will buy it. But this time around, this one is different. They liquidated the bank, closed the bank, and left us for 10 months. It was only last month they started giving us stipends for those who have above 5 million naira in the bank. At this present situation, if we have up to 200 million naira, they will give around 90 million naira.
Wow.
For now, they say until they sell the properties. So you don't know how much you don't know when they'll give you the other one. How can we be happy with this government?
I get that. So
if we are doing business if you are doing business, you can't do it. You don't have the money again. The money, if they give you the money, it won't be enough to do it. The next thing is to eat it.
Yeah.
So which means your business is collapsed. That is what it means.
All right.
I don't know, but in other clients, what I know that they used to do, they don't allow the citizens to suffer. They make sure that they give you back the money, and then hold the people that made the bank to go down, or people that were doing anything, they hold them responsible. And since they know that it's a going concern, they make sure the citizens don't suffer, and then eventually sell the past property and put it back in government coffers. However, they want us to suffer because they don't care. They don't really care for us. It's unfortunate that my business in this government has collapsed because I put my money in the way I supposed to put it in the bank. It's not fair. So I'm not happy with the government. Thank you very much.
Appreciate that one, though. Oh my gosh, goodness. Now, I don't know.
Well, the liquidation of the bank, because he said something, you know, at the beginning that it's because the president is having issues with Saraki and what have you. So there is actually a reason why, you know, the license was actually revoked, you know, by the CBN. All right. And according to reports, that was actually the largest loss recorded by any bank in this country in the last 30 years. Right. And this is not far-fetched, you know, from loans accrued, and the bank has actually been under some sort of under former CBN Governor Godwin Emefiele, right? So, but that decision had to be made. But unfortunately, customers, you know, are somewhat facing the brunt at this point in time, just like he rightly mentioned. All right, so it's not a case of the president, you know, using his powers to ensure that a bank, you know, gets liquidated or so that customers would suffer. I don't think that's a good, you know, narrative to even uphold on here. But Charles, well, it's really very sad and heartbreaking hearing your own experience, you know, as a citizen, and how much this has actually affected or impacted your business. But better days are ahead, they say. Well, let's take this call.
We'll take this one now.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Yes.
Yeah, good morning.
What's your name and where you're calling from?
This is KGB.
Okay, KGB.
Where are you calling from?
No, I'm now in what do you call it? Jadmasalaxi.
Okay.
Talk to KGB. Yeah.
Yes. Yudi.
Yes, boss.
You see, my topic is hard way the only way, no retreat, no surrender. What am I trying to say? You hear the revelation somebody just made.
Yeah.
Nigeria is too wicked. And no country survived from that. Out of that, this wickedness cut across. I'm telling you, so even a grand seller, when he displays his own wickedness, you will be shocked. You may see you driving fine. The amount that he's selling, he's selling 100 naira. You tell is 300 naira for you to price 200 and give him 200, you walk out. I'm just saying it from the low digit, not to talk of up. Like as your guy is saying, there's no justification to that for closing of that bank. Right. The only justification to them is that they are against us. They want to get at him.
All right, let me ask you, KGB. Let's go into the question, you know, that we posed already.
No, I'm coming to the question.
Because of time. So okay, we have other.
I will still come back.
Okay.
Going to the question.
Yeah.
We are nowhere.
Are you impressed? Are you impressed? Are you impressed?
Come again?
Are you impressed
No,
with your
I
quality of
cannot
life
see.
now,
Judy,
2 years after?
Judy.
Yeah?
I'm under depression to the marrow.
My goodness.
You know why?
No, why?
Normally, I club to wine every month. And what it gives me that after this clubbing, I will be myself for the next 2 weeks.
Okay.
I will be on. You get what I'm saying? But now, it's in fact not even every month again, once in a while, which is what bad to me. I'm not impressed. I mean, so I'm in another depression. Based, we have seen that the people for government who seek for our vote, who wanted to lord us, who wanted to govern us, that they don't like us. They are only there to intimidate us. They are only there to kill us.
Okay.
See, somebody that is talking to you, I've been in Boston one time. See, I got there. I met I went to meet a friend with a handbag. We got to the restaurant with Dowell. So they said to serve us, the guy is reserved for what he was, and maybe will take me. They brought chicken and chips. I shouted. I said, oh boy, this is the blood. Can we it's too much? He said, no, he said it's a drug. Could that eat? You know, they sliced everything, then we started eating. Blah, blah, blah. You know what I did?
No.
I made sure. I keep asking these guys, how much can this cost? He said, am I the one paying? Say he's paying, he pays. So I start to see weight and the waiter. I call the guy. Say, what is the cost of each? Whatever. You know what the guy told me?
No, what did he say?
No. He said it's not big. That this and thing is under subsidy. In other words, he said we cannot pay more than the money he mentioned. And then when I calculated it, it's 600 plus. And the plate of this chicken and chips brought, you cannot finish it alone. I'm talking of your own portion. You get what I'm saying? So, and this is where we are. This is where we are. But person will find it difficult. As I'm talking to you, I'm not taking what I want. I take what I see. I eat what I see, not what I want. So, as I'm supposed to not to be depressed.
All right.
Okay,
thank you so
KGB.
much.
Thank you very
KGB,
much
for that. Appreciate
No,
you.
we still call about God. This in the internet.
All right, KGB, no problem. Get it.
KGB, thank you.
Says, well, I club. I used to club before. Now I can't. I think my social life is gone.
Hello.
I'm depressed.
Hello, good morning to you.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. My name is GB.
Right, GB. GB, where are you calling
Thank
from?
you your question.
GB, where are you calling from, please?
I'm in support of the policy of the government.
Okay.
So it has brought some hardship, it has brought some inconvenience and the rest. And I'll tell you,
All right.
like the unilateral, the change of the how they call it, Naira unity, the change that was been doing before. Is there room for corruption? And that's why somebody could go 7something estate, duplicate an estate. These people will go to CBN and being a what you call it, a CBN governor. He has his soldier who will apply for forex that they want to import raw material and this, and they buy dollar for 450 and go and sell for 800 naira at some point. That's why we see all those corruptions. That's not even room and parlor. Somebody who is importing using $9 at 450 and me importing $9 at 800. We can't compete together in a business. And that has hindered investors from coming to the country because it's not in favor them. Then now that it's uniform, everybody can compete now. That's why you see that investors are coming to Nigeria. And that corruption, that window, we do hide and say they need dollar for raw material and go and sell it somewhere have been closed. Now it's stabilized now. Any investor come to Nigeria will calculate that if Naira can protect between 1,006 or 1,050. So that margin is you cannot plan its investment. Before you can't plan your investment because you don't even know the exchange rate. You don't even know completely what they're changing. And so that stabilizes the economy and you have made us to be able to offset some of the liability We are owing before. Emirates and Co could not take away $7 billion out of this country. They made them go away. If you want to fly out of Nigeria with British Airways, in Nigeria platform, they say it's about $1,000. But in Ghana, it's $500. Why? Because they believe that that $1,000 will compensate for how long their money will stay in Nigeria so they can take it out. Is that the kind of the country we want to be? So they are stabilized now. Investors are coming now. And Nigerian way of the Emirates now know that if they charge you $400, they can take it away within 2 or 3 days and nothing will hinder you. So I have this an investment. I know that my competitors are not getting dollar sit somewhere and run me out of business. Then the other one of the first subsidy remover, when Buhari was in government, people are crying, Buhari, you are borrowing our future away to pay subsidy. China will come out to nice or this and this and this. And the government said, okay, let's remove it. And the government remove this now. Number one, it has helped government now to conserve our revenue. Before, we were using like 30% of our revenue to pay debt. Now it has dropped to about 60%. Because now we are not paying all these subsidies we are not paying. And we are not enriching our neighboring country, we are enriching them. This marketer will take it for maybe 150 naira and go and sell it for 1,000 naira. Become a billionaire overnight. I know what I'm saying. They not align with some reason because they say how much the price of rice, how much and that. We need to do this reformation so as to get our country on the feet and a good foundation.
All right,
the time today, we get it right tomorrow. My prayer is that Tinubu should not delay this policy. But it's a thing that will bring gain tomorrow if we can enjoy it. I'm feeling the pain. Someone say, oh, it's an APC man. No, I'm feeling the pain. It's why we could be doing that to save our future because Nigeria was collapsing economically before. Thank you very much.
Jimmy, before we let you go, are you there? Can you hear me?
I'm here. I'm with you.
All right.
I'm there.
It's really heartwarming that you've been able to speak to the gains that this administration has actually recorded in the past 2 years. Could you please speak to the security sector as well? Because, I mean, you're one family member that has been very passionate about this administration.
Let me tell you, as a security, the president has done well area of security.
Okay.
Southern Kaduna today, they very grateful to him. When I do hear people being treated at Kaduna Abuja road there, when last was the do hear of kidnapping? Yeah, we have some challenges there. But if you look at what the defense ever rolled out, more than 30,000 terrorists were killed for the past 2 years.
Okay.
More than 30,000 terrorists were killed for the past 2 years. And there are many Boko Haram commanders and bandits have been killed.
Okay.
Yeah, there are pockets of here and there, but I'm telling you, we have gained more. We have covered more ground.
All right, then.
I'm not at the door to improve on what we are doing. Okay. So this security, I'm telling you that the government have done well.
All right.
Because now in the northwest, northwest, people cannot go to farm. Before Binibuari was a no-go area. Then in Binibuari, people are going to the farm in Binibuari.
Okay.
And they have the largest producer of maize in Nigeria.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Right,
Thank you very much, GB.
Appreciate GB.
Thank you for your contribution.
GB giving us, some updates right there. But is this your reality, or is this a different reality that you are experiencing? I mean, if you compare yourself 2 years ago, and then you look at yourself now, are you impressed? Are you depressed?
Hello. Good morning. Good morning.
Yeah, this is KGB calling back.
All right, KGB, you will have 1 minute so that others can also put in.
You
One.
You say complete advert.
Sorry?
So the economy aspect that you're now, all of here.
Yeah.
And you can see, they get the ear and eye to see. And the night you see what because nobody describes.
Yeah.
Should describe to us what the economy is telling in Nigeria.
Right.
What you have been saying, you have said it earlier. Something that you can or you bought 2015 or let me not even go too far. Something you bought around 2015, 10,000 naira. You are buying it now
60-something thousand naira. This is exactly what it is. Then you talk about security. Telling us that security have improved. People have okay. I don't think people are aware of what happened last Saturday to
KGB.
KGB. I'm talking on Taraba.
KGB. Right.
Yes.
We are aware of what happened in Taraba over the weekend, but whatever GB has said, I mean, they are just his opinions. So let's just respect his opinions, all right?
I know. I understand you. That is his own opinion. His own opinion is known.
Okay.
His own opinion is known.
No.
Okay, if you are a president or you are top or whatever I can call it, you are doing fine. Do you need any advice? So do you need to hire people to advertising you?
No.
KGB, we just have to let you go.
We won't take that. We won't take that from you, please. And then that talk about paid adverts, please don't do that. That's not right. You don't know that.
Hello, good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Yes, good morning, Honorable Edward.
Yes.
Honorable, your voice is down. Oh, what's happening?
Yeah, I'm calling from Napo.
Are you all right? Are you okay? Your voice is down. Okay.
Could you please?
We can hear you now. At first, it felt like your voice was really
I want to talk about the issue we are discussing now. I appreciate Mr. President for his giving 0 to terms of security. 0.
Okay.
Because he's a good president, a listener. You remember 2 days back, the senator from Bruno was complaining about, the appointment. What happened? I don't know whether you have seen the appointment that he recently made. People from that place that are very appointed now, balanced, are completely balanced. So it's a listener, it's a good listener. And his decisions are always good. Like the removal of fuel subsidy, he did well. He said the subsidy is gone. Actually, it has gone. Peter Obi, I think all of them were talking about removal of subsidy. So he came in, and the first thing he did was to remove the subsidy. That is good. Where is that money being channeled to? Channeled to state governors.
Yeah, state governors.
Who are not doing anything. They are not doing anything. The hunger, it was in the paper today, the hunger at the state level. If there is no stability at the state level, at the local government level, it will affect everywhere. It's there. That is the problem.
So honorable.
Yeah.
If you were to compare your life or yourself 2 years ago and then 2 years after now, which one is it? Are you impressed now?
No. I am not. I'm not impressed.
Okay.
I'm not impressed. I like the way. What I like about Mr. President is the bold step.
Okay. If it makes a decision, it stands by it.
The problem here is implementation, a proper implementation, not just implementation of his policies.
All right.
Okay. Awesome.
Implementation of security is the worst. Because all this, if you are doing all this and you don't protect life and property, what's the essence of giving us all those things?
So in terms of power, then, how do you treat them?
It's clinically, in fact, it's in terms of power. Okay, we are paying for darkness in Nigeria. We are paying for darkness.
I get that.
You are on band A. What was they introduce band A, B, C? Give everybody life. Do you know what it takes to buy life now at the rate of 1,004 for something units? And you will not see it. That is criminal.
All right, Honorable.
Okay, Honorable Edwards.
Get that.
Thank you very much for your contribution, right? I think we have some messages on the WhatsApp portal. Let's quickly squeeze them in.
Well, we'll quickly squeeze it in already. I mean, if you are not joining the discourse already, you best want to get into the WhatsApp portal or get onto the Facebook page wall as well. All right, taking your messages now via the WhatsApp. Let's see. We're starting with this.
Okay, so we had these contributions earlier. So we just, feel the need to just squeeze in this,
Right.
We have a voice note here.
Sure.
Let's take a listen to it.
Please, I want to talk about the. Good morning, presenter.
Yeah.
My name is Abalusia. Please, I want to talk about the topic you're discussing about Tinubu's 2 years in office. For me personally, I did not see any tangible thing this man has done. He has done nothing as far as I'm concerned. What has he done? The only thing that increased in the admission is hunger, insecurity. People are dying on a daily basis. People cannot be protected anymore. How can someone have the title of Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces? Still, people are dying right in his nose. There's no state today that is not prone to any different kind of insecurity. Yet, the president is there, traveling from one country to the other. Even where he's invited and where he's not invited, he's always going up and down. And where his country is almost on fire. People are dying. And the only thing they talk about now is 2027, how to win the next election. We have done nothing, and you're talking about the next round of election. Is it people when people die finish? Who else is going to vote for you? The same people that you're clamoring for them to vote for them are dying every day. Why not protect them first? Then by next year or next 2 years, if you do well, you don't need campaign. People vote for you because you have done well. But today, so that there are 2 years, Tinubu has failed woefully. And in fact, if he's another country, he's supposed to have at least resigned.
Well, that's opinion. I mean, you can tell from the way he feels. Is really pained. Is not happy about this.
Okay,
well,
so Turkey Mihundu says, good morning.
Good morning to you, though.
This message, he sent it from Nasarawa State. He says, the insecurity is getting worse, and is anyone who doesn't fear God, it is only someone who does not have the fear of God that will say insecurity is getting better.
Right.
The government is not doing enough. The herdsmen are so brutal, they are wicked, and they are merciless. These herdsmen are like ghosts. They maim the unalive people at night, and then they disappear into only God knows where. The government is sending a message that our people should defend themselves. Our army is no longer the army we used to know. Turkin Bihundu.
Okay.
Thanks for that message. And
that means for Tekenbi, it's a no.
All right. Sanusi from Suleja says,
right.
Don't put your blame on me. This is the Don't Put Your Blame on Me should be the song to be sung by the present administration. I think 2 years is too short to compare to many years or decades of bad governance. In other words, it can only take a magician to fix a dilapidated, gigantic building in a renewed shape and order. The foundation has to be reconstructed, and that might actually take some time and energy. But at the end, everything will be fine and in good shape. God bless Eagles FM. Sanusi from Suleja.
Yeah.
Thanks for that message.
Well, Sanusi, some solid points he made there, though. I mean, something that has been like 20, 30 years destroyed, and you want a magician to just come into the power and then fix it in how many years? 2 years? Come on.
You are also saying that 2 years is too short a time to start assessing. Let's take this call. Hello, good morning. Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Yes,
good morning
good
to
morning.
you. What's your name?
Yes, Abdullah calling from Bari.
Oh, Abdullah,
right.
welcome.
Thank
Talk
you
to us, Abdullah.
The uncles of the program.
Right.
Yes, to assess Tinubu in 2 years, I think I will say it's a good, bad, and ugly.
Okay.
You see, like some fair things that I can say is that though the impact was so disastrous on the people, the removal of fuel subsidy. But I think in the long run, people are going to see the positive aspect of the impact. That is one. Then for the insecurity is worse. Because just day before yesterday, in Taraba State, more than 30 people killed in communal clashes, apart from the over 100 people killed in Plateau State. And that of Northwest, like Sokoto, Kebbi, Zamfara, Katsina, that one is no longer a news.
though the security agencies are trying their best. But look at what happened in Borno when 3 army bases were actually attacked by Boko Haram. It means that they are staging a comeback, which is very wrong. And you can hear that the governor complaining that there are some people in the like the military and the politicians that have hand in it. For long, people have complained like that. And even the soldiers in the field have complained about that sabotage. So what is the government doing about it? Now, the government has tried its best in the establishment of this NED fund to assist the children of poor and downtrodden in the society. Because do you know, especially in federal universities or government universities, I can say, without that NED fund, so many children would have dropped out of school. I know it's a loan, but the condition is somehow soft. So, to me, what they are going to gear up is the issue of insecurity. Security, you cannot be able to solve the problem of hunger security without taking care of the actual overall security of lives and property of Nigerian people. Because it is the insecurity of lives and property in majority of these insecurity-prone areas that brought about hunger insecurity in the country. And look at the inflation on this skyrocketing rise. And look at this issue of unknown government, these are banditry and others, kidnappers here and there. See, Nigerians' lives is not safe.
So let me
any
ask
longer.
you. Let me ask you.
Only by the grace of God that people are surviving.
Yeah, let me ask
you.
So
to me, look at power.
Are you there? Are you there?
I am there.
All right. So my point now will be, do you see the future bright or is the future bleak? Like, it's not clear. I mean, 2 years, we're going to be clocking May 29. Another 2 years. Is it brighter from what you see, from where you stand?
Well, to me, if the government correct the problems that it has met on ground, that some of them have aggravated, I think the future will be bright for Nigerian people.
All right.
But Nigerian people is overstretched as at now. That is why you will discover that the kwashoko they are talking about is not only affecting the children, even the adult. If you look, many of Nigerian people are kwashoko-prone people because they don't have money to even buy the basic necessity of life, that food, ordinary food, not to even talk of balanced diet. Is there anything that has not skyrocketed in the highest degree? There's nothing.
All right, we have to let you go now.
Very simple for people to get.
Yeah.
You can no longer get it easy. And look at power.
Right.
If there's any disaster that affects power porn, they will tell you you are the one to contribute money to buy. Even if it is this wooden porn, they will tell you pay money to go before they come and put it back for you. And they will say before they come and put it for you, you will have to contribute money to pay them in order to come and fix the light for you. Is that what Nigeria has degenerated to?
Yeah, we have to let you go now. But yeah, you've spoken a lot.
Very much.
Appreciate.
Thank you, Abdullah.
God bless Nigeria. People have a wonderful conversation.
You too,
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Well. It does show you that.
You know, I'm sorry to bother you,
go
but
ahead.
he asked a very, very important question.
Yeah.
Let's say, I mean, the rains are here. So it's very heavy, and prior to the downpour, it could be, all windy, breezy, and what have you. And in most cases, we've seen people's pole light electricity pole,
Yeah.
fall down
Sure.
or So is it really the responsibility of the people in that
No, it's not the responsibility
area
of the people.
to pay?
No, it's not. It's not.
Or to get a new pole
that's
and
where-
for it to be, installed.
No, it's not the
I think
responsibility
that
of the
we
people.
need to have a conversation on that. For
Yeah,
real.
we need to have it. But the truth is, even the NEPA people or the power holding, or is it the APB, ADC? Well, I mean, what they know. It just tells you the level of corruption, number one. The level of the level where institutions that are supposed to work are not working. If not, a lot of people are supposed to be, as in, they're supposed to be locked up. You understand? But
I think that will be our last call.
Well,
Hello,
anyways,
good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, hello, Mr. Odua.
Yes, honorable.
Honorable.
I'm sorry to call back.
It's okay.
You need to. I just understand now that you people are even asking about the way forward.
Yes, exactly.
So
Way forward too as
the
well.
way forward is very simple. Very simple. Subsidy was removed, to handle refineries issues. Up to now, this is 2 years, almost 2 years. None of our refineries are working. Nigerians are suffering. Mr. President should reduce money given to state governors. So the refineries are working. If our refineries are working, fuel will definitely come down. And by the time it will come down, there will be no suffering in Nigeria. Right. Then, I want to appreciate Mr. Wike. Honestly, all the ministers, Wike is the best. Because the road to our place, where that road was no-go area, as in traffic. Udwa, you can drive on that road now.
Where is that? Where is that?
From Apo roundabout.
Yeah.
Down Apo resettlement mechanic. Waru. Wampa. I'm telling you, don't jogging on that road. I appreciate the man.
Okay.
So, if he can also monitor he can monitor his ministers to embark on serious development like Wike, it will be better.
All right.
Okay.
Thank you.
Appreciate Honorable Edwards.
So it appears Nyesom Wike is the best performing minister for a number of people, especially in the FCT.
In the FCT, of course.
Do we need to ask, who the worst performing minister is?
Well, you already would know.
No, I don't know.
You already would know what Nigerians will say. Worst performing? Worst performing? You want us to ask that question? No. We'll be opening.
Good morning.
We'll be opening a can of worms. Hello. Good morning.
Hello. Good morning.
Yes. Good morning to you, please.
Can you hear me very well?
Yes. Go ahead.
Please.
Go ahead. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Okay. My name is Samuel. I'm calling you from Apo.
All right,
Okay.
Samuel. Talk to us, Samuel.
What happened? Yeah. When we discuss issues about government, my man goes to his people, the common man in the village, common woman in the village, those who are living in the suburbs, even in Abuja here. If you go to the suburbs, Wagi area, TDG, you will see how people are living. And then you also look at what is happening around the government. Now, the present administration is in a hurry to start campaign in less than 2 years. My brother, is not a very good occurrence. You see, advertisement is very good. Campaign is like advert. Advert is very good, but it's only for unpopular products.
Okay.
Now, the popular products don't need much advertisement. And if a government is doing well, they don't need to be struggling with people to come and campaign everywhere. They are putting billboards everywhere. In less than 2 years, that's a sign that nothing good is happening around them. If they are doing good, they will show it with the work they are doing.
Okay.
Just like the last caller has said, yes, we corroborate that the work in FCT is visible. We can see it.
Okay.
Now, look at what is the standard of living in this country. My brother, I also live around Apo area. Part of my place, there's no light for the past, for more than 1 week now.
Wow.
If you see what I have struggled to use generator to power at least to let the freezers have some, code in them to preserve food. You see, every day to 7 naira worth of petrol, so that we can have it day and night. this is not the way to go.
Right.
Honestly.
Okay.
This is not how it should be.
Okay, Samuel.
And somebody else, somebody at one corner will say, I'm a senator, I'm a minister. The government should continue. The government is good because they have access to public funds, which they are mismanaging and misusing. Now, if they that have access to public funds, which they are using in the way they are doing, are enjoying it, what about these people who are, on the other hand, are supposed to be recipients of the good governance and dividends of democracy? What do you say about them? And they are the right people in position to accept the government. You see, governance is like you're a producer, you're a manufacturer. When you produce a product, between the manufacturer and the consumer, who stands the better chance of accepting that product, the authenticity, the genuineness, and the good quality of that product? It is the consumer.
Exactly.
Because the primary economics said that the chain of production is not completed until the goods get to the hands of the final consumer.
That's right.
And it's the final consumer now that will make it to be produced, to increase supply or reduce. Okay, you want to say something?
No, Samuel, thank you so much. I mean, you've spoken very, very extensively and comprehensively.
Yeah.
Right?
So, government cannot assess themselves. Senators cannot assess government.
The people.
Governors cannot assess government. They can go to people. Whether if you see people all over around the area, down to the airport, they say they'll be house to house. What are you going into somebody's house asking? Okay, come to my house and then at the government. It's not something that is hidden. My language, they say what you wear in your wrist. You don't need a mirror to see it. It's very clear. It's an open secret that the government of the day is a total failure.
Okay, Samuel, thank you.
There are weighty things that government should concentrate on to make the standard of living of the people better.
Okay.
The average one in the street should live better. That is government.
All right,
anything
Samuel.
outside that is a failure.
All right.
Samuel, thank you very much for your contribution. You know, speaking of the billboards, the flyers and the stickers and the banners, if you like, truly, on your way to the airport, you see them all over. Door-to-door campaign, some powered by Tompolo. And I don't know, we're still in 2025, right? It's not even June yet.
Yeah, it's not. It's not.
And
June
this banners, this billboards are already in circulation. Why is it taking forever to pull those billboards and those banners down?
Well, the best I will say is if your mumu never do you, my mumu don't do me. All right? So make sure you hold your votes. Go out there. Let's come out. We'll come out in 2027 and choose the candidate. Don't choose party. Honestly, party has not helped us in.
Poverty has been weaponized.
Well, agree with you totally.
Same thing as religion.
Totally.
So whilst we call on a daily basis to lament, to express our grievances, oh, your PVC is your passport, your PVC is your currency. You see, at the end of the day. No, I don't want to be pessimistic.
Let's not be pessimistic.
I am optimistic.
I am very optimistic. I mean, this rain is falling on everybody's roof now, and we are having it tougher more than we've had it before, right? Now, this is not also to disregard or to bring to disrepute some of the giant, stride policies that the president, is putting in place. And don't mince words. Don't mince words.
Right.
They have good intention, but just as Honorable Edwards had put it out, it says. The issue is implementation. It's
proper implementation of policies that actually have human face.
And now that's it. It's in the implementation. It's not just the policies now. And then to some who are saying, okay, monies that have been sent to the governors, I mean, subsidy, is it excesses now? What will I call it? Gains of subsidy removal, yeah? Some are saying, oh, don't give it to the governors no more and all of that. Well, understood. Call every other governor, to order, just as Wike is doing, so that they can work and all of that. Remember, the president did not appoint the governors. He did not appoint them. It's not by appointment. Yeah? These governors came from the people.
Voted for. endorse.
So I think it's time we also began to ask these governors now, in your respective states, fuel it. It should be fueled. Our governor, come and talk to us. What is it? What's going on?
The people.
Yes. We saw in the news that 7 trillion naira of subsidy gains has been sent to you guys. What are you doing with it? Yeah? If we have to start from the local level, get to the local government chairman, and well, I'm seeing that they're beginning to have the voice, but well, others saying even the autonomy, even though it has been given, it's more like a lion without teeth or a dog without teeth and all of that. But yeah, it's a process, it's a start. So we welcome it. We are happy that we still have that. It was a hard-earned, well-fought, it was really well fought before we got, the local government autonomy and all. But to just wrap it all, I mean, I think if we begin to get accountability, it will force transparency. If you begin
accountability is relative.
Well, you're right. You're right.
Because I could come out here as an office holder and tell you, oh, this is what actually transpired the previous month, and I can also decide to alter the facts.
Right.
And tell you what I want you to hear.
But just as
make you see what I want you to see.
Just as one of the callers said, it said in his language, this entire discourse is more like a wristband.
I think civil society organizations, they have a role to play.
Well, exactly.
In terms of ensuring accountability
and
transparency. For example, last week Friday, recall that we had a conversation around the budget padding, claims by Budge It.
Yes.
Right. So it's actually a civic tech organization of some sort, and they were able to, unravel all, all of that, I don't want to call it discrepancy, but whatever it is that is going on within the budgeting process.
We've seen Serap too many times.
Of course. So, but I also fear, that's not all, but some of these civil society organizations have been bought over.
Right.
So their criticisms are sometimes,
lopsided.
Lopsided, not objective, and even constructive. But in a nutshell, they all have a role to play because we have a number of them in the country as we speak.
Right.
So they need to champion, the call for accountability and transparency.
Right.
They should take the lead, and the masses would follow, so people don't go argue blindly. Set the pace, and the masses would follow. It's pretty simple.
Okay, we see this one now from AGK from Lagos. Says, I'm not impressed. The economy is still in shambles. The rising cost of living is suffocating us. All right. And right here, we see this one here from...
Emeka in Abuja says, I am depressed. Insecurity is getting out of hand. We need effective measures to protect our citizens.
Okay, so we see this one now. It's coming from... Thank you, bye, guys. It says, I am not impressed. Our roads are still potholed and electricity is a luxury. We need better infrastructure to boost economic growth. All right.
And all the way from Ibadan, Oyo State, Fumi says she is depressed because the healthcare system is in shambles and we actually need better facilities and more medical professionals.
Oh, well, just one Ayo from Osun State. Oh, this is massive love. Says, I'm not impressed at all. Our education system is struggling. We need better infrastructure and more qualified teachers. Okay, Ayo. Indeed, we do need those.
Okay, and Oge actually wrote us from New York.
Okay, awesome.
All right. She says, I am disappointed. The government's performance has been lackluster. We need better leadership and policies. I mean, we can actually go on and on.
We can go on and on, Omar. I mean, we can go on and on. And if you're wondering how we are able to connect with all of these states, you should know that we have an app. We call it the Eagles app, Eagles FM app, right? So get onto the Play Store right there and download it. And you can listen to us anywhere and everywhere else that you are in the world, loudly and clearly. We run an online 24/7 radio experience that you can count on. Right. Can you beat that? I mean, about at first it used to be 39 countries listening to us, watching us and everything, but now we global now. We global.
The reviews and feedbacks we've been getting in diaspora.
Yes.
Very, very mind-blowing.
Yes.
And it's just a way of encouraging us to do more.
Sure.
Thank you so much for the feedback.
Appreciate.
Right.
I mean, we can go on and on, just as Omoife had mentioned, but we can't go any further no more. This conversation, we thought it was just going to be a jovial conversation, but no.
Jovial?
It didn't go jovial.
You can have conversations on politics and current affairs and expect it to be jovial.
Well.
Anyway, it's okay to employ this playway method, just infuse this comic relief sometimes. Just people don't get too serious and allow their emotions, get the better part of them.
Right.
But in this case...
Can you take the emotions out?
I think if we start laughing and start being all jovial, it's going to look as though we're insensitive.
Indeed.
Right? So the best we can do right now, because of time, dear listener, would be to encourage you to have a playback on this conversation and the previous ones that we've had. Check us out on YouTube and Facebook, specifically YouTube and Facebook at Eagles FM Abuja. Have a playback, right? Share the videos. Leave a comment. We'll be very glad to acknowledge your thoughts.
My name is Udwak Daniel. Until 12 o'clock when we come to you with Today in 60 Seconds.
You sound very exhausted.
I am. Have you ever heard me this exhausted before? I am exhausted. I don't know, but I'm really exhausted. I told you from the very start when we began this conversation. I don't know. It's just for the want of lack of the right words. I just didn't want to say I'm depressed. But I am depressed.
Please don't be.
No, I am. Look at it. I'm downcast. I mean, everybody, it's clear, almost everybody is depressed, one way or the other. And remember, I made a definition of this kind of depression, right? So you don't say, UD is about to commit suicide.
No, please.
I'm not thinking of suicide.
Please, before you get to that state or level where you would want to consider taking your own life, please get help as quickly as you can.
Talk to someone, please.
You can always talk to us.
Talk to us,
so,
yes.
Please,
I was going to say that. I'm glad you said that.
When there is life, there is hope.
Of course, most definitely.
Our fingers are crossed, knowing that tomorrow is definitely going to be better. The future is pretty bright, so don't give up.
I have to ring a bell to that one now.
Do you think I'll make a good motivational speaker?
Oh, you already won.
All right, what a way to start, the week. And don't forget, it's going to be an eventful week. So more conversations like this are what you should expect from us on here. As a matter of fact, we're going to be having the biggest conversations this week on radio.
Sure.
Looking at the second year anniversary, coming up May 29th. That's going to be on Thursday, if I'm not mistaken. So stay on this dial for more information and updates. You can also visit our website, by the way, at www.eaglesfm.com. My name is Omoife. Peace, Osemere.
Right.
Good morning.